because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Baranko with Chappie's Deli.
One of the reasons Chappie's Deli has been around for over 32 years is Blue Water Broadcasting.
Yes, it is. And we have the perfect faces for radio.
We sure do. And if you have a perfect face for radio, call Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasecu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. Live local talk, the River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exists for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. Our campaign represents a true existential threat like they haven't seen before. This is not simply another 4-year election. This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control over our government. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. This is a struggle for the survival of our nation, and this will be our last chance to save it. This election will determine whether we're a free nation or whether we have only the illusion of democracy, but are in fact controlled by a small handful of global special interests rigging the system, and our system is rigged. This is reality. You know it, they know it, I know it, and pretty much the whole world knows it. The Clinton machine is at the center of this power structure. We've seen this firsthand in the WikiLeaks documents, in which Hillary Clinton meets in secret with international banks to plot the destruction of U.S. sovereignty in order to enrich these global financial powers, her special interest friends, and her donors. Honestly, she should be locked up. The most powerful weapon deployed by the Clintons is the corporate media, the press. Let's be clear on one thing. The corporate media in our country is no longer involved in journalism. They're a political special interest, no different than any lobbyist or other financial entity with a total political agenda, and the agenda is not for you, it's for themselves. Anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe. They will lie, and then again, they will do worse than that. They will do whatever is necessary. The Clintons are criminals, remember that. This is well documented. And the establishment that protects them has engaged in a massive cover-up of widespread criminal activity at the State Department and the Clinton Foundation in order to keep the Clintons in power. They knew they would throw every lie they could at me and my family and my loved ones. They knew they would stop at nothing to try to stop me. Nevertheless, I take all of these slings and arrows gladly for you. I take them for our movement so that we can have our country back. I knew this day would arrive. It's only a question of when. And I knew the American people would rise above it and vote for the future they deserve. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. Our great civilization has come upon a moment of reckoning. I didn't need to do this, folks, believe me. I built a great company, and I had a wonderful life. I could have enjoyed the fruits and benefits of years of successful business deals and businesses for myself and my family, instead of going through this absolute horror show of lies, deceptions, malicious attacks. Who would have thought? I'm doing it because this country has given me so much, and I feel so strongly that it's my turn to give back to the country that I love. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
Calling all stations, clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast for a Monday. Happy Hour, News Talk 93.1 FM. I'm your gracious, occasionally trucker and host, Greg Goodell. Trying to keep a lid on today. My co-host, Pamela Dubuque, is here and looking radiant.
And here they are.
And she's got the Jo Beth Williams streaks going on today. I love those.
Yeah, they're fun.
That was from the movie Poltergeist. Actually, I saw the one with the chicken. It was called Poultrygeist. Crap jokes like that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
It's freezing in here today.
I am hot, but that's because I've been running around like a maniac. Somebody put a curse on me yesterday.
Oh, no.
Thank God for the curse healers at Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. So last night, I rode 11 miles on my bike, had a full and busy day, and I'm going to end it with a nice hot bath.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Fill the tub. Hot water. I jump in, go to shut off the faucet, and it just keeps on spinning.
Oh no!
It's 7:30 on a Sunday night. Plumbers are all over the place at that time. But I remain calm. Some of you won't believe that, but I was pretty calm. I called 277-2125. I'm a member. I need a plumber because if I leave it, I just couldn't get it to stop running at all.
Yeah.
And then you could shut off at the Buffalo valve or the main, but then what do you got? You got no water.
Right.
So it qualified it as emergency. So
yeah,
I called Clark's within an hour. The plumber had come out. Marcus, he was awesome and fixed it. And life, because that tub is like my thing. That's my one luxury. If I had to pick one luxury in this world, it would be my tub.
Yeah. I drove yesterday home from North Carolina, and as soon as I got home, I put stuff away, took a hot bath.
I'm glad that we share that.
Yeah.
Because so I was just thrilled that on a Sunday night, I thought you might wait hours, whatever, with Clark's when you remember priority service. So get yourself a membership because it's only $180, and that guarantees the priority service I got last night. But they also come out and they tune your AC unit twice a year before each seasonal change. You may have noticed it's kind of cold outside this afternoon.
It is. It's a bit nipply out. I mean, nippy out.
Yeah. Well, you want to make sure that your heating and AC are ready to work when you need them, and that's what Clark's guarantees. So once again, they came through, and that's the third time. This tub has been a troublemaker, but it's worth it. It's worth it. 277-2125 or visit clarkcomfort.com. Alabama certification number 09098. David Blackman's going to join us in just a mere minute. But I do want to take a quick look and see where the market finished today. Why, this economy just seems to keep getting better.
It was up last I heard, over 200 points.
Yeah, and it finished up. I'm using glasses I thought I would never use again because I'm out of those. 270. Brett McDonald analyzes for us at 5:15. He with Invista Advisors for a no obligation appointment to just talk about your financial future. Call 387-0094. I'm going to reach down and grab a traffic update so we can get at least a preliminary check on how the afternoon drive is going. When we come back, we will have the King of Texas with us, David Blackman. Skipper, how is everybody behaving today?
Well, we have light to mostly moderate traffic all over the area this afternoon, hoping for a few less accidents than we had this morning. We do have one thing for you right now. I-65 northbound, the ramp to South Boulevard. They're going to have that right lane of the ramp closed down for a while. A one-lane ramp there basically to South Boulevard. That could back up traffic on 65 northbound if a lot of people exit at one time. Buckle up, be safe. We'll keep you updated. Thompson Tractors extended the Workhorse Special through the end of the year. You can get 0% financing up to 36 months on a new 255 compact track loader with 3-year warranty. Thompson Tractor off I-85 past Taylor Road. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's our new brokerage. I'm Hannah Grantham, and alongside my partner, Eddie Bader, together we created Hannah and Eddie Realty Group because we believe real estate should feel personal. When our names are on the sign, it's more than just the logo. It's a promise. Hard work, honesty, and results.
That's right, Hannah. We've helped first-time buyers find their dream homes, guided families through big moves, and worked with all the investors to build their future.
So no matter your journey, our focus is the same, putting you first. So give us a call at 334-368-6358 and let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Hi, I'm Jane Ray, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Radio is an active medium. It can create immediacy, driving shoppers to a specific store, brand, or to take a specific action. Radio ads engage with the audience in a personal and unique way. Contact me, Jane Ray, by going to bluewaterbroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
It's a handoff up the middle, in the pile, and the push, and the push, and the push, and it's a touchdown.
I don't think it's a touchdown. Oh, hold on. I heard the whistle.
You did.
Right when it was close to getting into the pushy-tushy.
As the 21st century began, natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. A dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
David Blackman and Greg Budell present Tales of the Idiocracy.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And now, friends, through the miracle of the interwebs, we travel to somewhere in Texas. It's the Dallas area zip code. He is America's best political blogger and analyst and oil and gas industry expert and Dodger fan. Please welcome our great friend, David Blackman.
Just think of all the things you can be an expert on if you don't have a social life. It's awesome.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm great.
I am admittedly quite frazzled, but I'm getting over it.
Why are you frazzled?
Well, it started last night. It was a good weekend. I wanted to finish it off after a 10-mile bike ride with a nice hot bath. And jump in the tub. The water's perfect, except the faucet will not turn the water off. It's just spinning like a propeller. And, the streets are loaded with plumbers.
Yeah.
Who are looking for work on Sunday night at 7:30. Fortunately, we have a great sponsor here, Clark's, who I called, and within an hour, I had everything fixed. It just was not one of those things. And it's been like this, like I write that magazine column, and I got it done early. I was worried I might give my publisher a heart attack by actually being early with a deadline. And today, I can't find it. It didn't come. I didn't see it, and I've sent it 500 times. I think it's there now. But and then somebody wants a demonstration for all at the last minute. It's like I'm a little overwhelmed. So I'm going to let you take the show over today.
Well, I was worried. I was afraid you fell off your bike again or something.
No. No, but I'll tell you one thing. I am a slave to the odometer. I look for certain numbers, and my next big number, and everybody's going to think this is really that I should be tested. But the next big cool odometer number is 4,444.4. I am now 27 miles from that number. So I'm pushing it. Then I think I'm going to turn it into a stationary bike. I'm still hurting from that fall. It's almost 2 weeks ago, but I'm not giving up because I am insane. I just have this thing going on. Is the weather as lovely there as it is here? It's really.
It is, man. We had torrential downpours for a day and a half on Friday and Saturday, but and painful fog. My God, until noon yesterday, but it all finally burned off, and now it's just one of the most beautiful days of the year.
Have the Cowboys come out of the fog yet?
I had a bad feeling about that game. I got to say, Denver looks like a Super Bowl contender this year, and the Cowboys certainly are not.
What's happened to them?
Well, they just don't have a defense. You know, they've got the offense. I mean, their offense is pretty solid, really just kind of running on all cylinders, but the defense is god awful, and they were missing 3 of their 4 starters in the secondary yesterday, and that didn't help anything. So luckily they got all those draft picks in exchange for what's his name that they traded to the Bears, and I've already forgotten his name, so that's good.
Well, the Cowboys have a history of fleecing the Bears.
Yeah, well, the Vikings.
One of the all-time great sports headlines from the Chicago Tribune, and I remember this because I paid attention when I was a dopey kid. Ditka, ultimately the great coach, but was a pretty decent tight end.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Anyway, he had played a few years for the Bears, and they traded him to Dallas. And one of the players coming back to the Bears, his last name was Farmer. I don't remember anything else about the guy. But the Tribune had a headline that says, Bears trade Ditka for 2 Cowboys and Farmer. Kid you not. One of the better cleverest sports headlines in history.
Yeah.
Now, why do I remember this? That's the real question here. Why does something from all those years ago stick in my head like that when I can't remember I have a therapy appointment tomorrow at 9:00?
Yeah, and that deal really worked out for the Cowboys because Ditka played on their first Super Bowl winning team. So
he
beat
did
the Dolphins, in '72. He was their tight end.
Oh, wow. Boy, I remember, of course, I was at that time rooting for the Dolphins, but then the Dolphins won the next 2.
Yeah. Shut out the Redskins and beat the Raiders, yeah.
And after the way they treated Don Shula, they will never win another one. They are cursed. And deservedly so. What are they, 2-6 this season? They tried Jimmy Johnson. They even tried Nick Saban for a couple of years. They're still talking about him down there because he went from LSU to pros, did not work.
Yeah.
Not because he's a bad coach, but he didn't have the control of the players like you do when you're a head football coach in college.
Right. It's a different thing. It's just that's why I worry about this Tennessee baseball coach going to the Giants. I'm just afraid it's not going to work out.
Yeah, I've heard that kicked around a lot on MLB Network, and even though he is revered and incredibly successful at Tennessee, any college coach dealing with athletes who are basically amateurs, and then going to tell a clubhouse full of overpaid, highly paid professionals, here's what we're going to do. Like, okay, whatever you say. I don't have a lot of confidence. I mean, it could be wrong. It'd actually be kind of cool to see it work out, but that's 2 different ball games. No pun intended, by the way.
Well, I hope it's a disaster. I hate the Giants. So, anything
well,
bad
good.
that happens to them, I'm good for it.
Yeah, and he's going to be under the gun from day one. Everybody's going to be focusing on him. I hope it works out. Well, he's going to get a lot of money either way. So, and by the way, Yamamoto, very impressive. MVP for this series if the Dodgers can win. Now, they got to win the next 3 at home. I want this thing over with by Wednesday night.
Well, I do too. I just don't want them to have to go back to Toronto. But, Toronto came in to the playoffs or to the series. They came into the playoffs as a cold team. They'd had a lousy September, and boy, they've just been on fire during the playoffs. And that first game with the Dodgers just went crazy.
The Dodgers hadn't played in 8 days, though.
Yeah.
Baseball's a game of momentum.
Yeah.
Rusty's sitting around. You can emulate, simulate all you want, but it's not the same as the real game. So I will be the second biggest Dodger fan in the world for the next 3 nights following you.
Well, Scherzer's pitching tonight, and he's back healthy. He had a rough regular season because he was having some kind of an arm issue. They never were specific what, but apparently he got over it around the end of September, and boy, he's looked good in the playoffs.
Freddie Freeman's going to put him out in the 3rd inning. Prediction. That's it.
Man, I'm rooting for Freddie. He's had a tough playoff so far.
Isn't that weird how players can go from, like, last year he was Mr. Magic, and then a year later struggling? That's baseball, though.
Yep.
I don't even know where to start today. The thing that I saw over the weekend that bugged me the most was the Mamdani rally.
Oh, with Bernie and AOC.
Oh, God.
That's a circus.
It is. Is that I find it hard to write that, and the fact I guess the Democrats, their big plan now for 2028, as soon as they get Newsom or whatever loser they come up with into the White House, they're going to tear down the ballroom.
How dumb.
I just love that.
These are mental patients. These people are crazy.
Yeah.
I did see a conspiracy theory about the ballroom online, of course.
Uh-oh, what's that? Okay, what is it? Does it have to do with an underground bunker?
Something like that, yes. That the floor plan and the schematics that they put out don't match what it really looks like the amount of area is for what they're building, and that so they're doing something secret squirrely.
You would act like he was tearing down, the central building and turning it into Mar-a-Lago North or something,
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Democrats, that's how they're acting. But, it is an interesting aspect of this, Pamela, that a $350 million price tag for a ballroom that will feed 999 people, but no more than that, and is an enormous space that if it was in a hotel, you could put 3,000 people in there.
Right.
So you do kind of wonder, it wouldn't cost $300 million. Let's be honest. It's not going to cost $300 million to build a ballroom, regardless of how you finish it out.
Yeah.
So there's something else involved with this project.
I feel like there's always something else. And I don't know if we just trust and say, well, surely he's doing everything above board. He wouldn't do anything like that to, cause us not to trust him. Or if we're skeptical of everything, just like we are with everybody else.
Well, it could be like Obama's $376 million that he spent on.
Well, that was
plumbing
well
and
spent,
electric.
though.
Right.
They claimed it was redoing the plumbing and electric.
So maybe some things they have to do.
Yes. For national security.
Right. Without telling us. And we just kind of have to trust that and go along with it.
Yeah. Because what Obama really did was build a 5-level underground bunker for for the president and all his cabinet and their families to ride out the nuclear war.
Which they have all over the country.
Yeah.
That's not the only one.
Sometimes you don't have time to get out of the White House and escape to I've seen.
Well, sometimes
those
you're not just in the White House where that big old bunker is. They have to be strategically placed all over.
I first heard that Obama had built a 5-story bathhouse.
That was his first idea. He's like, you guys, what do you think?
Yeah, but the CIA and Pentagon said, no, we got to turn it into. And that's what I'm saying is, I suspect this project has national security things around it. Okay, it's not just a ballroom.
Yeah.
And that this may be more of a Pentagon initiative than a Trump initiative. Although Trump certainly wants the ballroom, but that would cost you you could build a perfectly fine ballroom for $50-100 million and it would be the most fabulous place on earth.
Right.
But 350, that's something in addition to the ballroom.
I like that when I bring up conspiracy theories, you are right on board with me.
Yes, absolutely. I love a good conspiracy theory because, what we found out over the last 10 years is about 3/4 of the theories that the media describes as a conspiracy theory is just people with the ability to connect the dots, figuring out the truth before the media admits it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so
can we,
especially when it involves Trump, anyway.
All the time.
How's his approval?
Higher than ever.
Same. There was a new Atlas poll out Friday. It's 51%.
God, you would think it was teetering on the brink of zero the way the media covers the man. It's unbelievable.
So what'll happen whenever Atlas or Rasmussen or Trafalgar, one of the reliable polling groups that's actually doing polling work, puts out a poll that he has in between 48 and 52, which is where he's been for 9 months. Quinnipiac or Morning Consult or Ipsos or some fake media poll, the Fox poll or whoever, will put out one saying, well, no, it's at 39%, just to make up a news story and to what they're really trying to do is ensure that Real Clear Politics average, which includes all of them, never gets above 43, 44%, because that's where Obama was. And they're just trying to cut down on the mean. But once you understand which polling groups are corrupt and which aren't, it's not hard to see the game they're playing. And it's a game and it's corrupt. And it's sad that the polling industry is perhaps even more corrupt than the legacy media group is. So that's really a bad development for our country.
We have so much to cover this afternoon with David Blackman, including a story that I received a David Blackman blog on late this afternoon, and we're going to start with that when we come back from our first break. I've enjoyed this casual chit-chat. I needed to calm the F down a little bit, David. I'm sorry.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend I'm in Texas and be laid back in a few minutes. David, please give your blog address so we can direct people to your amazing work, and then we'll come back and hit the ground running.
Yeah, it's davidblackman.substack for politics and blackman.substack for energy. I write about both every day.
All right. Is a big name in news going to make a switch? That's the first story when we come back here on Newstalk 93.1 FM. Bringing beautiful flooring within range of everyone for over half a century. It's exactly what Georgia Floors Direct set out to do and has done successfully for 50 plus years. All budgets welcome. Whatever you're looking to do, something practical, a room that takes a lot of abuse and just needs a simple replacement floor, to something more luxurious. Mountains of rolls of carpeting, hardwood, laminate, stacks, choices beyond belief, overwhelming 30,000 square feet. But you walk in at Georgia Floors Direct, and that's when the merry band of floorers will make it such an easy experience. What's your budget? What kind of flooring are you interested in seeing? We will find something that works, and then we will install it and guarantee the work. By the way, window coverings and marble and granite kitchen countertops, other ways to improve your home, stuff that you can see now and have installed in time for the holidays. So this is an optimal time to look. Everything is wholesale price, 30,000 square feet of choices, and some pretty amazing people left by our buddy Jeff Mallison to help you navigate that massive, incredible inventory. At Georgia Floors Direct on the Boulevard across from Lowe's, a flooring destination since 1969. Here's traffic news next.
Well, if you're traveling on East Boulevard, passing Vaughn Road, headed up to I-85, just as you pass Vaughn, we've got an accident there. Please watch out for emergency units working that one. Getting very busy east and east-south Boulevard, also 85 southbound and I-65, 85 interchange, light to moderate traffic through there. Buckle up. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, they have over 100 used cars in stock, 0% financing up to 60 months on select models. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. With J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Statues of Rosa Parks and Helen Keller have been unveiled on the Capitol grounds in Montgomery. The monuments honoring the Alabama natives are the first statues of women to be installed on the lawn of the Alabama Capitol. The statues are a project of the Alabama Women's Tribute Statue Commission created in 2019. The Montgomery City Council is considering new public safety measures following the October 4th mass shooting in downtown Montgomery. The council is considering a proposed ban on face coverings in public spaces and expansion of an existing downtown curfew for minors to citywide. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile will be rolling into Montgomery tomorrow. The Wienermobile will be here through the weekend as part of an effort to collect donations for the Heart of Alabama Food Bank. If you come out to see the Wienermobile, you are encouraged to bring a can or two of food to donate. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. What is a smart way to buy a house in today's market? Now is a good time to buy since we now have a more balanced market than we've had in years. Here are the steps. First step, get pre-qualified with an experienced local lender. It costs you nothing to find out firsthand whether you can qualify for a home and how much that home loan will cost. Second step, hire a local realtor with lots of experience that can guide you, advise you, and be your advocate. We call those buyer agents. Third step, decide what your wants and needs have to be. Bedrooms, baths, floor plan, location, and school zones. Fourth, ask your realtor to line up homes that fit your price category and your location needs. Fifth, start actually looking inside these homes and see what is available and the cost of each property. For all of this information and step-by-step approach, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group at 221-2883 or 551-0225.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move!
I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
At Guardian Credit Union, if it's important to you, it's important to us. We don't do banking differently. We do relationships differently. Want to secure a HELOC for home projects? So do we. Want to build your credit? So do we. Want to plan your next vacation? So do we. We're here to help with whatever's next, because whatever you want in life, so do we. Stop by any of our branches and let's plan your next step together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS 912757.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Truckers, if you are looking for green grass, contact Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. In business since 1959 and still growing. Call today, 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We're redesigning financial freedom at CB&S Bank. Make purchases at participating stores and restaurants using your CB&S Bank debit card through your mobile devices with Mobile Wallet. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for more information. Member FDIC.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now here's Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos with his weekly message to the Idiocracy.
I am Jeff Bezos. Great news! I sold my Seattle mansion for a cool $63 million. Oh, but I confess it's bittersweet. Not because I cherish the precious memories I made when I went there every few months, but rather because there's someone out there who can afford a $63 million mansion. I mean, where are all these rich people coming from? What fun is it being an evil billionaire when there are a bunch of other rich dudes just like you? If Lauren Sanchez knew about all of them, she might have found one with hair. But I do take solace in one thing. I purposefully didn't disclose that you have to jiggle the handle on the toilet in bathroom number 14. Oh, and the helipad isn't up to code. Ha ha.
Yeah, we're just talking about with David Blackman and Pamela Dubuque the ballroom, and its practical use and what may be also built there for other purposes. But the Washington Post says the next Democratic president, whenever that may be, because Trump says J.D. Vance and Rubio would be unbeatable. Would be happy to have it. And why wouldn't they? This is how deranged the Democrats are. Their goal is to win in 28 so they can have a big party on Pennsylvania Avenue, bring your own sledgehammer, and tear it down. This is mental illness at its defining point. I don't know how you cope with that. I don't know how you...
They have nothing to run on except we're not Trump and we don't like Trump. That's it.
New York, though, they'll be excited. They'll be pointing to New York. What a great idea that's going to be to have Mondani in there defunding the police, because there's no crime in New York and all of that. But the story I wanted to hit, David just put a blog on this. The story that Brett Baer from Fox News may be recruited by CBS. Tell us about this.
Barry Weiss, the new lead editor they hired over at CBS News, is not a lefty. She's a kind of in the middle, kind of what we used to call an old style liberal, which frankly, that's what Donald Trump is too.
Yeah.
Really get down to it.
And forget that so many of these people used to be Democrats.
Right. And she's trying to poach Brett Baer. She's trying from Fox News to anchor the CBS Evening News. She's trying to poach Anderson Cooper from CNN, who I have no use for whatsoever. I think Brett Baer's great. But she's also, the story that just broke here maybe 30 minutes ago is that she's also trying to recruit Scott Jennings, the conservative commentator from CNN. And he's got his own syndicated radio program now as well. And I'm not sure what role, the New York Post story doesn't really specify what role she would see him playing, but wouldn't it be wonderful?
Yes.
If you woke up one Sunday morning and Margaret Brennan the host of Face the Nation had been replaced by Scott Jennings. Wouldn't that be fun?
Glorious.
something.
That
To
would
borrow
be
a word from
glorious.
you. Yeah. Brett Baer is good, but my issue with him really has nothing to do with content. He just reminds me of the kid that everybody hated in high school because he was Joe School, you know?
He reminds me of that big boy character.
The big boy.
The guy that stands out there with a burger like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
does
as
kinda
a
look
grown man. Try to unsee it, people, next time you see the big boy.
Yeah. Wow, that's a valid analogy. That's also
really,
an valid
yeah.
analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Baer, big boy.
But anyway, they've got to do something with the evening news. It's been in the toilet, the ratings, for 10 years now. It's been the lowest rated evening news program, the former gold standard of evening news programs a long time ago.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. And, they got to do something different. One of the co-hosts, whose name is I can't ever remember this guy's name. What's his name? One of the current co-hosts quit this morning, although he was really fired.
On the CBS Morning News?
Oh, yeah, John Dickerson.
John Dickerson, and then this Maurice Dubois guy who looks just such a weird looking dude. And have you ever watched an episode of that show? I actually watched one last week so I could try to at least in person gauge it. Can you?
These
hear
are
me?
people that work with Gail King.
We can hear you. You
My
did just
computer is
freeze.
frozen up on me. Anyway, it's the weirdest newscast I've ever seen in my life. These guys, sometimes they're standing up, sometimes they're sitting down. They're both very odd individuals. I don't know how in the world, what the criteria could have possibly been to pick them to do it. But anyway, I suspect Dubois will be gone here. There's going to be a big layoff at CBS next month.
Oh boy.
What I'm hearing now is they're going to do a pretty significant layoff, and a lot of on-air people are going to be gone, and that's good. I mean, that's what she needs to do, is clean house and start over.
Yeah, that CBS morning show is on here, and you know what I really love about that show? Diversity is just so pleasing to me. It's like, get some talented people in there, somebody that I want to watch that's there because they have skill and not because you're filling out some happy balance sheet.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
Gail,
and that's another show that has been the lowest rated show in the morning for half a century now, ever since they created it.
Really?
But yet Gail King must have been on that show at least 20 or 25 years now, right?
I think Oprah's just paying her separately.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, I don't understand. Oops, and now my camera's gone. I don't know what in the world's going on with my stupid computer.
You're frozen on our side, but we can hear you.
Yeah, it's black screen, what I'm seeing. Let me see if I can reactivate my camera. Anyway, I hate technology. Bear with me. Am I back?
Not yet.
I don't know. Anyway, here I am. I can talk anyway.
Yeah, we can still see you. You're just frozen.
Well, one thing that Brett Baer could bring to CBS News is some viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There are not too many people left in the media market who can bring an audience with them.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Baer would be one. Scott Jennings,
definitely.
He needs to be on a network that has an audience and then build off that. Reputation will bring him here. He would be outstanding. And the best part, David, is just knowing how many heads are going to explode when this old group is shoved out. And
they already are. I just Googled to look up what this Maurice Dubois looks like. And
can you show me?
He's the weirdest looking guy in the world.
I want to see if he's the same guy I'm thinking of, because I've never seen a group of people that's so annoying, and I can't hear him because we don't have the volume on the TV monitor. We have it up there. Oh God. Okay. Well, I wonder why he was picked. selected.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know where
Oh,
he came
gosh.
from. Never heard of him. Never seen him before he came on the evening news. And not that means anything because I don't watch these networks anymore. But it would be nice to have, at least one of them that was doing honest work. So that's what Barry Weiss is trying to accomplish over there.
The finishing touch to all of these changes at CBS News, the cherry on the sundae would be to bring back Dan Rather.
Oh my gosh.
You talk about a squirrel. He's out there making pot shots. Like, who cares? He's 94 years old. He's been caught lying and faking. It was the original, well, probably not the original, but certainly one of the most exposed fake newsers of all time. And he acts like we should all hang on every word he says. What a joke.
He is a joke. He's he's a career joke at this point. I just, but he does still have his little podcast, and I don't know if anybody listens to it or not, but anyway.
Interesting. Hey, maybe we'll see, maybe Barry Weiss will find a use for Neil Cavuto. Remember him?
Yeah, I haven't missed him for even a second. Couldn't stand that guy.
I think Cavuto hung around with Brett Baer. And they went to the same school. That's just a conspiracy theory on my part. But that is, and by the way, you should read the blog that David puts out because it's got this whole story. But this is significant. Whether they get Brett Baer or it's Scott Jennings or whoever it is, the networks seem to be making an effort to get honest. And that's the real story here. Do you think we'll see this at NBC or who is winning? No?
No, I don't think NBC. I think they're both hopeless, NBC and ABC. ABC in particular seems completely hopeless. Well, NBC too, because they own MSNBC. Now they're going to, once they divest MSNBC, things might theoretically improve at NBC, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. The reason things are changing at CBS is because Larry Ellison, who is the fourth or fifth wealthiest person on earth, bought the parent company, and he's not a left-wing lunatic like so many of these billionaires. And his son, David Ellison, is the CEO of the corporation, and so they're really driving this. And David Ellison's the one that went out and hired Barry Weiss. And so, it's all a matter of new ownership. And by the way, Larry Ellison is also bidding to acquire CNN. And hopefully let's see here. Paramount is the parent of CBS. Who's the parent of CNN? Is it
Is it Warner Brothers?
Might be Warner Brothers. Yeah,
I think it is
Warner Brothers. Anyway, he's trying to acquire that entire company, and that would give him ownership of CNN. And so you might see, even there's been a rumor he plans to put Barry Weiss in charge of that operation too, which would be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, where are all these whiny ass liberals going to go for news when all their favorite and reliable left-wing liars are off TV? This is it's really amazing.
It's amazing how the culture is shifting. It's so rapid you can't keep up with it.
I just saw a headline the other day that I found very heartening. Now all the cool kids on campus are MAGA. Of course, the loons get most of the trouble, or most of the press and attention.
Because they're loud.
They're
loud and increasingly violent. Yeah.
Yes. And isn't Chuck Schumer encouraging this? Because here's where we're going, because we need to talk about the shutdown. 3:56.
Time flies.
I just wanted to let everybody know I could tell time. I think once in a while.
Well, that's another thing I didn't put on my list today is, there's a big development on the shutdown too that we ought to talk about.
Should we do it now or should we do it after the top of the hour? I'd rather get it now. I'd rather get the news early.
Now. I mean, the AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees, this morning put out held a press conference in which they demanded that Congress approve a clean CR and end the shutdown because their workers are not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
And this is traditionally a purely Democrat operation, but the clean CR is what the Republicans have on the table.
Yeah.
It's what the Democrats are blocking.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a huge development because this is really a major support organization for the Democrat Party and has been forever, demanding, and it's millions of employees, members of this union. So this is a huge deal for the Democrat Party, and it could serve to unfreeze some Democrat votes in favor of this clean CR.
I'm just amazed that it's still ongoing.
It's ridiculous.
They have Schumer has, I guess he's still in a panic over his political power. But what have they achieved? Can you think of anything that they have achieved by sticking their foot in the ground on this shutdown?
No, and they can't. Yeah, and their efforts to change the subject, which is what the furor over the ballroom is just an attempt by the Democrats to change the subject. Even that has been completely insane and hasn't turned a single voter in their favor. I mean, it's just like they have no strategy. And the problem we've got now, of course, is that they went into this shutdown without any agreed to strategy for getting out of it. So there's, no way to develop a consensus within the party because it doesn't have any leadership. And,
here's a story that could get very fun because unless this thing is ended, food stamp recipients will get nothing. And I don't know if you want to mess with that group. According to David J. Harris, a mass theft event is being organized for November 3rd. And the leader of this group says, we're going to Walmart at 6:30, and at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our buggies. They can't catch everybody. All you got to do is run. We got to stick together. It don't even matter. Remember, put it on your calendar, November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running off that. I'm not surprised. This is a spoiled group.
Yeah.
And if it isn't this, I mean, no money at all, when they go to the checkout line and find out that fattening, sugary foods are no longer covered by food stamps, because after all, wasn't the intention to make sure people had nutritional food?
Real food, nutrition. Yes, actual nutrition.
And who was the one that decided, well, let's soften those rules a little bit?
Well, that was a succession of Congresses and presidents. Yeah.
Yeah. You can never really blame one person. So there you go. November 3rd, Mark. You don't want to, if you got to go to Walmart, go the day before or prior to that. And it's going to be here before you know it. Do you have a prediction, David, before we go to break here on when we'll see this thing end?
I have no insight, no prediction, no way to know. I thought it would be over in 3 days. It's
Me
still
too.
Going in the 27th day now. So obviously my guess is as good as anyone else's.
Is this almost the longest one ever now?
7 more days. It'll be the longest one ever.
It's the second longest as of now.
Yeah.
All right, David, we will be back with you in just a few minutes. We have Salem Radio Network News at the top of the hour. And while we're taking this break, people can once again find you on Substack. Google you there or give the specific address, please.
DavidBlackman.substack for politics and Blackman.substack for energy.
Hey,
I'm going to reboot this stupid machine. See if
I
I
was
get
just
my
going
camera
to say, do you want to leave the studio and then come back in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be back in before y'all are done with the news.
And for a special Halloween treat, we're going to hear from James Carville. Oh, boy. It is right at 4 o'clock. This show, this tour of the Idiocracy is a proud presentation of Montgomery Paint and Body, our presenting sponsor for Tales of the Idiocracy on Mondays and Thursdays here on News Talk 93.1 FM. We sure do appreciate the support of Donnie Turner and the team there. I'll be bringing David Blackman into your cars, living rooms, wherever you happen to be listening to the show. We're greatly appreciative for their contribution to the effort. And of course, if your car is damaged in an accident, there ain't a better pick on the planet to get your car looking good as new, maybe better. 27REC with a W for Montgomery Paint and Body, bringing you this tour of the great American and ever-growing Idiocracy.
Traffic is brought to you by Skipper Pools. Skipper Pools for weekly service, equipment and liner replacements, and a sparkling pool all year. 356-0237. Skip the rest. Call the best. Skipper Pools.
Well, we are seeing busy building traffic all over the city. West Boulevard around I-85, East-South Boulevard, narrow lane to Woodley over to Troy Highway, East Boulevard, Vaughn to I-85, I-65, 85, light to mostly moderate traffic. We did have an accident earlier, East Boulevard near Vaughn Road. We're hoping that one is out of the way. Buckle up. We will keep you updated. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKinnon Toyota. The 26s are coming and the 25s have got to go. McKinnon Toyota, your family-owned and operated dealer with hometown service. Exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Clogged drain? Overflowing septic? Don't panic. Call the experts who've been solving plumbing problems in the river region for more than 50 years. The Tierce family's local Roto-Rooter team specializes in fast drain cleaning, septic repair, and installation. One call and your troubles are on their way down the drain. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. Roto-Rooter, always here when you need us.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
God loves you. Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. 2 strong earthquakes in the Atlantic Ocean today, and it rattled things throughout the eastern Caribbean. Meanwhile, Hurricane Melissa has intensified into a Category 5 storm as it draws closer to Jamaica. That's where forecasters say it will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage. President Trump is extending an invitation to meet with North Korea's reclusive leader, Kim Jong-un, even though overtures so far have gone unanswered. The president has arrived in Japan, where his goal is to meet with that country's newly minted prime minister. During his time there, he'll be meeting with the Chinese president, Xi Jinping, that's when he visits South Korea at midweek. And there are reports they're hoping to come away with a major trade agreement. It was a booming session to end the day on Wall Street. The Dow was up 337 points at the closing bell. This is SRN News.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Inflation is hitting everyone hard right now, especially when it comes to healthcare. Over the last 10 years, healthcare costs have skyrocketed by, get this, 230%. If you have Medicare Parts A and B, you know there are still out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and co-payments, and they really add up. But here's some good news. MediShare 65 Plus is designed to fill in those gaps and help protect you from rising healthcare costs. At only $99 per month up to age 75, you get peace of mind at a price you can afford. And MediShare is trusted, too. It's been around 30 years. It's not some big impersonal thing. It's a community of people helping each other, business owners, pastors, retirees. People love it. MediShare 65 Plus just makes sense. To learn more, give them a call. They're great to talk to. They'll offer to pray with you each time you call, too. Call now. 833-SHARE-55. That's 833-SHARE-55. 833-SHARE-55.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For tough, good-looking roofs, it's Tamco Shingles from Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For great folks and great prices, call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Some interesting comments from Gene Simmons from KISS coming up in a moment.
What does it mean for a nation to be successful? I'm Stephanie Bryan, Tribal Chair and CEO of the Porch Creek Indians. We believe a successful nation gives back. As we've built economic opportunity and prosperity, the Porch Creek Indians have been able to give back to our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. More than $37 million since 2021 alone. From education and health care to tornado relief, learn more about our charitable giving at porchcreekindians.org.
Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa, hailed as one of the world's greatest guitar players. Rock titan Joe Bonamassa, performing live on November 30th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Every show is a new experience.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
We return to our tour of the American Idiocracy with our co-host, David Blackman. David, I want to play this clip of Carvel. This seems like the perfect background music that I got from your blog. May I do that?
Sure.
Do we have a clip you're sharing?
Yeah, I'm going to share this clip. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to run into a language issue, but here it is.
Yes, right. And I think it's corporation something. My fantasy dream is that this nightmare ends in 2029.
What nightmare?
And I think we ought to have radical thing. I think they all ought to have their heads shaven. They should be put in orange pajamas. They should be marched down Pennsylvania Avenue, and the public should be invited to spit on them.
Talking about us?
Yeah, who's he talking about?
It's talking about us and all the corporations that are helping to fund the ballroom project. And
why is
companies
this? Why is this such a nightmare? It's a ballroom.
Well, and it's, but that, I mean,
He acts like
these
they're
people
putting.
are crazy. James Carville's well into early stage dementia. Obviously,
He must
He's lost
be.
his social filter. It's time for as I wrote this morning, it's time for the kids to take the keys away from grandpa and the keys to the podcasting camera. They need to lose them. And
Well, isn't he the fountain of youth himself? I mean, you mentioned it does seem like he's
82. He's older than Joe Biden.
And
he's an
marginally
old
more
82.
lucid. Yeah,
well,
no,
maybe. Yeah. I guess he's more lucid. That's true. He's more lucid than Biden.
Which is not a great compliment necessarily. Can I play a little more of this? I mean, this guy is...
Please.
The universities, the corporations, the law firms, all of these collaborators should be shaved, pajamaed, and spit on.
Disney and Paramount. I don't disagree.
Some people,
who the hell's?
Now that is Al Hunt. If people don't remember, boomers are going to remember that Al Hunt was a guy in the 90s, starting about the mid 80s through about 2005, was supposedly the moderate Democrat at both NPR and CNN.
Oh, brother.
He would be on all their political shows, all their political panels, pretending to be a decent human being. And now, and he's, I guess, maybe even older than Carville. He kind of looks older. Now suddenly his social filter's gone too, and he's just nodding his head like a trained seal and telling Carville, I agree. I mean, it's just pathetic. It's really awful. This is insane kind of talk. And Carville's serious, he's not sitting there joking about it. He's deadly serious.
It wasn't long ago Carville was telling Democrats, you're getting a little bit off the deep end here.
Right.
You need to understand why Donald Trump is resonating with people.
Exactly.
And I wanted to briefly flash the audience. Well, that doesn't sound good. Show the audience.
Don't do that.
This picture that was sent to me by one of our friends and listeners, Sandy, that is the aftermath of a city event where they had barriers and things up. But I want you to notice that's the American flag in the middle of all that. And my friend Sandy went and retrieved it and plans to take it to City Hall with a message. This is, I mean, I don't know about you, David, but when I was growing up, we were taught that if the American flag touched the ground inadvertently, that George Washington would leap out of the earth and chastise us. I guess those days are in the distant past.
It's just like every other institution of our society. It's been torn down by the far left, and here we are.
Should we go back to Al Hunter? Have we had enough of this? This is scary stuff.
And that's the gist of it. It's just more crazy Carville. Who hasn't, by the way, let's remember, James Carville is the left-wing version of Karl Rove. Neither one of those guys has accomplished, both of them won one significant political campaign. Carville got Biden elected in 92. He wasn't on the campaign in 96. And Rove got George W. Bush elected in 2000. Neither one of them has accomplished a damn thing positive in their lives, meaningful for this country, in a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
And people still, for reasons that are just beyond my comprehension, listen to what they have to say. Who cares what this lunatic sitting in that weird looking Jetsons chair in his den? I mean, notice the chair. It looks like
the chair was the first thing I noticed.
It's just bizarre.
I was like, okay, it's like an extreme wingback chair.
Right. You got to see the whole thing when he's on camera alone. You can see the whole thing. Where did that and the pink walls? Where is he?
He's in Dr. Evil's lair.
I just don't even understand what's happening there. It doesn't make any sense. At least, Al Hunt looks like he's in his living room with the kitchen in the background. But Carville, I mean, those walls just look, he might be on a ship or something. That door is really
the beginning of the video, it shows him by himself.
What?
If you go back to the beginning of the video, it shows him by itself when you can see it more
and
broad.
we can see the whole thing. Yeah.
There you go.
We go. And look at the door behind him. Look at the door behind him with the rounded.
I think it's a mirror. I think it's an arched mirror.
That's a mirror. Okay.
But still, like this yellow chair in the pink room, like where is he?
So weird. The whole thing is strange.
If he sends
in the assisted living center at this point, maybe
if he sends a screen cap to Walgreens, he can make that into Christmas cards real easy. And who wouldn't want to receive one of those? Yeah, that's a man that does not look right.
Yeah.
Does not look right.
Oh yeah, one of the commenters said that's a commercial fire alarm on the wall. If you look at it, that red thing in the mirror, it does look like it's from a commercial building.
I'm thinking
interesting.
He might be in an assisted living center. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know.
Get the heck off the internet, man. Go away. Retire. I don't mean to sound ageist, but gosh, give it up at a point.
I'm very sensitive to the ageist thing here.
Give it up. Like, geez.
And I shouldn't be talking about it because I'm just,
and
I'm only 13 years younger than he is. So I don't have a whole lot of time before I get to that stage of life. I just hope I have enough common sense not to be on the podcasts anymore by then.
Well, you're going to have a hell of a time getting off this one, my friend. Let's just. Can we take a call?
Yeah, that's going to be you and Greg in 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, guys, can you take a break? Go take a nap.
Our tour of the Idiocracy brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body on Mondays and Thursdays. And you're welcome to call 272-9228 and participate like Papa B has. Good afternoon.
Hey, guys. David.
Yes.
You know, they say that James Carville is proof positive that aliens have interbred human beings.
Yeah.
It's just.
I know I've said this before,
that look.
but I was at the Boca Raton Hotel to do a broadcast a number of years ago. And even then, he was a frightening looking person in person.
He looks like he's out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
I met him. I had drinks with him one night at a hotel in Dallas where we were having a conference. And he's every bit as weird.
How tall is he?
He's pretty tall. He's about 6'2", I think.
I don't think he's that tall. He might be. I don't know. He felt like he's maybe 5'11", 6 feet, something like that.
I've got a built-in Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Well, when he's walking, his chin is about a foot in front of the rest of his body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which adds that odd look.
So, David, let me ask you a question. This is what I've kind of got in mind. I think, and you can tell me, is one of the objectives to this shutdown, the Democrats, this hissy fit that they're pushing here, is do they want to throw us into a recession? Is that what they might be trying to do?
If it goes on beyond another week or so, I think you have to make that assumption, right? Because there's no reason this is happening. No valid reason.
What are they fighting for?
Right. What are they fighting for? And they know they're not going to get what it is they're asking for. So the whole thing is incredibly senseless. And it's starting to bite into the economy a little bit, not to any great extent, but as people start missing paychecks, that's definitely going to slow the economy down because we have a consumer-based economy and people aren't going to have the money to go out and spend. So, there's that. And then people are going to suffer. People need their paychecks, right? Most families in America live paycheck to paycheck. They don't have any significant savings. So, it's really incredibly cruel what the Democrats are doing.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care.
Cruel.
Yeah, they always have been. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say this, I'm sure that Trump would not do something like this, but it's almost like the Democrats shutting the government down, I mean, getting everybody, basically all the government stuff cleaned out. It's almost like in what is it, 61 days, Trump can just kind of fire everybody or whatever. It's almost like saying, well, how do you get your opponent to do everything you really wanted to do, but were never able to get away with it? I mean,
Right.
Chip Roy, whether you like him or not, he's like, they say, shut the government down, let's burn it down. He's like, here's the gallon of gasoline, and I like the match for you. He's a character, I know, but that's sort of the thing that he's coming at. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be. They're going to be able to sustain it, but who knows? They're radical enough, I think, and I think
they're crazy
have
people.
that effect.
Yeah, they're crazy
That's right.
people. So you just don't. There's no way to protect what they're going to do at this point.
Interesting. Trump
right.
is thanks, Papa B. Trump seems very focused on the job at hand. I don't see him begging the Democrats to become reasonable or, let's get this worked out. In fact, if anything, his spine is strengthening because, well, last week his approval was up a point. I think the Democrats thought this was going to destroy him, and they sure picked a losing strategy if that's the case.
Yeah. The other thing I think that's a real motivation behind what the Democrats are doing is remember that the government has functioned on these continuing resolutions since Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi decided to stop doing actual budgets over 20 years ago now, when they were both in the majority in Congress. And they have succeeded in forcing the government to run without a real budget ever since. And so one of the things that's been happening this year is the Republicans just needed a few more weeks to remain. I think they passed 5 budget appropriations bills, and there were 7 more to get done. And they thought they needed 6 or 7 more weeks to do it. That's why they proposed a 7-week CR, a clean CR for 7 weeks to get a real budget in place. And the reason that matters is because if you have a real budget in place, then that restores congressional oversight authority, real oversight authority that goes back to the way of doing business that would encourage budget cutting and fiscal restraint, and Congress being able to withhold funds from departments of the federal government that were going beyond the meaning of the laws that have been passed by Congress when they're regulating. And so I believe that that's one of the biggest motivators behind this, in addition to Chuck Schumer's career, is they want to prevent the Republicans from being able to pass a real budget. Because if you just keep doing it on CRs, well, you've got the baseline from the last CR, and they've just been adding an inflation factor on top of that and whatever other spending the Democrats or Republicans want to do. And so the budget has gone completely out of control over the last 20 years, and the Democrats, that's their goal. So, that's the other big motivator here is they don't want a real budget in place.
We have another call, 272-9228. Uncle Ron, you're on with David Blackman.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen and lady.
Hello.
I've got a question that I'm not sure if our president could even do it, but could he call a nationwide news call and get on there and let the public know? I mean, through even the ABC, NBC, Communist News Network, and all of them, exactly what's going on, and the remedy for it is for them to contact their congressman and say, hey, look, get off your butt. Let's get this thing done. I've got kids in the military. I've got friends in the military. I'm in the military. I'm not, but I mean, I'm just saying someone could. And then he just addressed the nation like that. Is that in his power?
Well, could ask the networks for time.
Yeah. He can ask the networks for time, and what the networks have done to Trump is conspire to deny him the time. Now, CBS, under their new management, might let him go on CBS. And then Fox News would carry it. I doubt CNN or MSNBC would. So you've had this kind of stonewall in the media not allowing him to do that.
Right. And that's why I was asking if it's in his power that he can say, well, this is a state of emergency and people need to know about this because people are hurting. I'm back in
Well, I mean, he could try
Okay,
that,
too.
but I just don't think the networks would cooperate with him. That's the state of being and irresponsibility among our TV networks, which is why, again, I don't understand why they still have even licenses to broadcast, because they clearly are not operating in the public interest anymore.
I agree, 100%. Well, I know it's a wild and crazy thought, but, I just feel like there's a lot of Democrats out there, constituents, who don't know the real reason why
because they
were shut down.
Well, they're willfully ignorant, for one thing.
Yeah.
They think Fox News is Satan. They won't listen to anything but what reinforces their current thinking.
Yeah, the whole party's allergic
Thanks
to
for the
the
call.
truth.
They are. So the president is doing this tour of Asia. Tell us why, and this is our energy expert as well. And by the way, I put gas in my car for $2.46 a gallon in the city, where we have actual gas taxes that exceed those of the suburban areas of Montgomery.
Prattville's a little more, but it's consistently.
Did you see the text
lower.
I sent over last week? I went and filled up for $2.35.9.
I did.
That's crazy. And we're in a metro area. Gas prices are a little higher where I am than they are out in the countryside in 80% of Texas.
And I think on Thursday last week, David, you told us that adjusted for inflation, these are the lowest gas prices since
In at least 20 years, probably longer than that. I haven't seen anybody do the calculation, but if you look at how much inflation we've had, let's say since 1973, when the price first went up over 50 cents a gallon. Well, we've had 600 or 700% inflation since then. So, you'd have to get up over $3 currently, adjusted for inflation, to equal a 50 cent a gallon price in 1973. And so I suspect that if we were to adjust $2.35.9 for inflation, you'd probably have the lowest gas prices in half a century.
Pamela missed out on the shock when gas. When I started driving, it was 30 to 32 cents a gallon.
Oh my goodness. I do
remember-
remember gas under $2 a gallon. I've seen it under $1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when was that? In the early aughts when it got down there, or late 90s?
Yeah.
It got down that low.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
The thing I remember the most is in 2008, during the financial crisis, gas was over $4 here. In fact, we had runs on gas stations here. This is in August. David, I think you'll remember this. Then George Bush put out an executive order lifting the limits on offshore drilling. That was all he did. And the price of gas just started plummeting.
Yeah.
From August to December, I bought it on 231 in Wetumpka for $1.45.9 a gallon, just to say I did that, when only 4 months previous it was over $4. It's amazing fluctuations. But really, the only thing that was done was that executive order. So we're going to do more drilling. An amazing experience that was. So Eric Swallowswell demands that every Democratic candidate in 2028 has to pledge to demolish the White House ballroom.
Right. He wants to make it a litmus test. Anyone wanting to run for presidency on the Democrat ticket has to take a pledge that they will, day one, tear down the ballroom. And
tear down this ballroom. Oh,
I don't think that's a winning campaign issue, personally.
I don't either. And let's get Skeeter on before we take our bottom of the hour. God, the time is going by fast. Skeeter, you're on with David Blackman.
I just got a question about this lying democrat media. Can't President Trump reinstall the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948 that Obama repealed?
Oh, against government-sponsored propaganda in the media?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Smith-Mundt Act.
No, that would take an act of Congress.
Yeah, well, I thought Obama repealed it with just an executive order.
Well, he was different, though. He was the magical president.
Remember, the Democrats had near super majorities in both houses of Congress during Obama's first 2 years, and they were able to repeal that law. I think in 2010 was when they did it. And that was a time when they had 59 Senate votes, and I don't remember which Republican voted with them. It was probably Lisa Murkowski or Susan Collins, or maybe even John McCain. And and of course, in the House, they had an overwhelming majority and easily passed it. So it would take an act of Congress, and you'd never get it through the Senate because the Democrats love propaganda as long as they have a near monopoly on the media.
Yeah, they won't even open up the government because we don't want to give illegals health care.
That's beyond belief. How can they see that as a winner? Thanks for the call, Skeeter. We got to run. Because when we come back, we all want to find out how Abraham Lincoln invented the Nazis. Seriously. It's been said. We'll talk about who said it and all of that and so much more as, if you were in a hurry to get the rest of your life, just stay tuned to this show because time is going by at warp speed. David, please give our 4:00 audience your blog address so they can find and support your great work.
Yes, come see me at davidblackman.substack.com for politics or blackman.substack.com for energy. I write about both every day and would love to see you there.
All right, one big segment coming up, and then there's baseball talk. That's a separate thing. This part of the show brought to you by Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law for family law crisis. Managing anything yourself, especially if you're in an emotional state, is never a good plan. So reach out, turn it over, and give your situation to two women who are not only experienced, know the law inside out, but have tried hundreds of cases. Because what you really need, some people have trouble admitting it. You not only just need help, you need an advocate. You need somebody who can lead you. That's why, all right, this is the crisis. This is where we're at today. Here's where we're going to get. Here's how we're going to get there. That ability to look a client in the eye and say, here's the plan. We know this. We've done this. Put yourself in the best possible hands. Or if you know somebody who has just been going through a family law type crisis, a divorce, separation, something, help them in the best way possible by turning them on to Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson for a consultation at 819-4810, 819-4810. They also do wills, blended families, adoptions, and more. Almost anything good that you want to do in life where the government tries everything they can to stick a leg out in front of you. Get help navigating those situations. Again, Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson at this web address, thealabamafamilylawyers.com. For more information, thealabamafamilylawyers.com or 819-4810.
Representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
All right, we've got traffic, 1819 News, and then back with David.
Well, we've had a couple of minor accidents there in parking lots, but we are not seeing anything else at the time, but very busy, heavy traffic. East and East-South Boulevard, West Boulevard, also I-65 and 85 building. All of our feeder roads out. Traffic flow is good right now. It's just getting very busy all over the area. We will keep you updated. The second annual Trunk or Treat will be held at Trenton State Community College this Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30. Lots of candy, food, fellowship. It will be at the Trenton State Patterson campus on Troy Highway. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Jack Ingram Nissan. Shop now at jackingramnissan.com.
1819 News.
U.S. Congressman Barry Moore says that Republicans in Congress are ready to negotiate over subsidies to the Affordable Care Act, but not before the government shutdown is ended. Moore spoke on News Nation as the government shutdown enters its 27th day this Monday.
So we've got to look at this from a standpoint of you didn't get to keep your doctor. Your premiums didn't decline, and working families got burdened with a tremendous amount of the expense of that. And so there are a lot of reforms we need to look at. And it's a separate animal. The ACA vote and keeping the government open is two separate votes. And that's really where we're at on this. We need to get the government back open, and then we'll sit down and negotiate and try to really fix what is the broken healthcare system in America, primarily a result of the Affordable Care Act, which is terribly unaffordable.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A Birmingham man was arrested by Priceville police this past Sunday. 46-year-old Andre Woody was considered armed and dangerous after several arrest warrants were issued against him by Georgia police. A traffic stop of a truck engaging in driving violations along Interstate 65 resulted in the identification of Woody. He was then taken into police custody without incident. A tornado ripped through Baldwin County this past Sunday night, damaging roofs and trees in Alberta along Warner Road. Damage assessment is now underway. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
In the market for a used car? Visit jackingram.com to view our selection of luxury, domestic, and imported vehicles. With 8 locations and online at jackingram.com, Jack Ingram Motors is sure to have the perfect car for you.
Before you commit to that plumbing repair or upgrade, get a second opinion from Headley Plumbing. Our estimate could save you thousands. We do it all: residential, commercial, and septic tank service, serving the entire river region. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the river region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
It's Johnny from Sinclair's on Vaughn Road. We've been in business almost 30 years.
Sinclair's East, Vaughn at Taylor.
I think if you hadn't tried us, you should give us a try. We've got a great menu, offered anything from chicken fingers, wings, salads, fajitas. At lunchtime, we do great country lunch with different vegetables and different meats every day.
Sinclair's, where you get great sandwiches and our daily meat at 3 special at lunch, to great pasta, chicken, steaks, and seafood for dinner.
Our most popular items are, we got a soup called she crab soup, which is extremely popular. We've got a bunch of pasta dishes, which people love. Mediterranean chicken is my favorite.
Sinclair's.
We do live music, light stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, maybe 3-piece bands or 4-piece bands.
Come see why Sinclair's has seen lesser restaurants come and go over the years. Johnny Sullivan Sinclair's at the corner of Vaughn and Taylor. Find them on Facebook at Sinclair's East. Google search Sinclair's Restaurant. Sinclair's.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move!
I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values.
Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi, I'm Brian McMahon with Turf Stalkers. Within a few months of advertising with Blue Water, our customer base doubled. If you're looking for similar results, we highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Federal law prohibits the expenditure of taxpayer dollars on providing health care to undocumented immigrants. Nowhere have Democrats suggested that we're interested in changing federal law.
Are Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody.
I mean, you got to have the Halloween theme playing when Maxine Waters is talk about tales from the crypt. I think she's dead.
Such creepy liars. I mean,
they really are the worst.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom blew an $8 billion hole in California's state budget by mandating Medicaid benefits to illegal aliens. Okay. I mean, New York State, same thing. Massachusetts, same thing. You can just go up the West Coast and the East, down the East Coast, and it's everywhere. Okay. This is no secret. It's they've done it, and they've done it with billions and billions of dollars, just thrown it in the toilet in order to build a new voter base. Okay. This is the one thing that is going to mitigate against the effectiveness of what AFGE is doing, demanding that they vote for the CR, is that the Democrats are actually trying to, all you folks, if you're a member of AFGE out there, you're a government worker and you think you've got a lot of influence in the Democrat Party, I'm here to tell you their goal as a party is to make your influence meaningless and to replace you with illegal immigrants from all over planet Earth. And that's what they did for 4 years under Joe Biden. And if you haven't figured that out yet, that's your problem, not mine. Okay. That's the truth. And it is what it is. So, and that's what this whole shutdown's about. They want $1.5 trillion so they can keep giving all the free stuff to all the people coming in from every other country on earth.
A normal American citizen would be apoplectic knowing this shutdown is ongoing for that reason.
Yeah. But, they're not being told that because they get their news from ABC.
Hey, if we really want to push them over the edge, can we share with them a little Steve Bannon?
Oh, Bannon, did I
You sent me
for that? Okay. Yeah.
This will really.
He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28. Trump is going to be president 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but He's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
Those his interviewers are editors at The Economist, which is, used to be a really respectable, like the Wall Street Journal, formerly was a very respectable business journal, and now it's just gone completely off the far left woke deep end. And so they look at him, they look at Steve Bannon like he's just got off a spaceship.
Why is it that I'm looking at the woman that was doing this interview? Can we put this back up on the screen just for a moment? Because she has all the hallmarks of your classic modern day liberal.
Yeah.
The sallow face, the cheekbones, the
smug
stringy,
demeanor.
the stringy, unkempt hair, almost a look of embedded misery.
Mm-hmm.
This person doesn't know how to be happy. She doesn't know how to see anything positive. She wallows in misery. And this literally, David, at times, when you see the people at these whack job rallies and stuff, they look crazy.
Yes.
They're almost like a race into themselves. Frightening stuff.
Well, she's going to be, I don't know how Bannon, what he thinks the plan is to get Trump in the presidency at next time for a third term. But I'm looking forward to seeing it because I agree with him. I think Trump is definitely an instrument of divine providence, and the country really is going to need him for at least one more term after this one.
And just to rub it in, that he's a former Democrat who's really gotten good at what he does. Hey, even weirder. No, it's not weird. That is Dan Rather.
That is Dan Rather, yes.
But it's who's with him that makes this clip kind of interesting. It's Gene Simmons from KISS. And I did not know this part of his story.
Bad day in my life. Not since I came to the promised land. And let me tell you something. Everybody points to Israel. And yes, I'm proud I'm being there. But the promised land is America. In America, Protestants and Catholics live next door to each other. In Ireland, not so good. In the Middle East, Israelis and Arabs don't get along with each other. Over here, everything's fine. The gift that America has given the world is a sort of I can't put it into words. There's a magic here that exists nowhere else in the world. I'm embarrassingly patriotic about this country. I would, see, it's starting to happen.
He's getting choked up. I just love that clip. That we should all feel embarrassingly patriotic. I was writing my November magazine column, and I didn't include this part, and I'm a student of history, as you are. We're so lucky here. Mm-hmm. We want something, we go to the store and get it. We have multiple choices in everything we want. When history is filled with tales of starvation, deprivation, the people that built this country, the hardships they endured so we could be here enjoying what we do. And that is never, I don't think it's taught. People should be thanking their God every day that they're in the United States of America.
No doubt. And I'm afraid we're losing a lot of that he talked about. I hope we can find a way to get back to it. But after the last 16 years, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah. We have a couple of callers, so let's see what Edward. You're on with David Blackman, Edward.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. How are y'all today?
Hey.
Just a quick thing. When you brought up Hakeem Jeffries and that little clip about him talking about no Democrats wanting to give insurance, he just needs to go back about 5 years. I think it was the first Democratic primary debate in 2020, and one of the moderators asked, which of you would like to see insurance expanded to undocumented immigrants? And every single damn one of them held their hand up.
Yeah.
That's been the Democratic, they can hide behind all this talking points they want, but the proof is in the pudding. I just really hope enough Americans are actually paying attention to this when they go to the polls next year.
I don't know.
Maybe by then.
There's so much willful ignorance. As David said, there's a lot. We were taught that when I was in school, any public school in Chicago, the greatness of this country, why you should be glad you're here, why you should be proud to be an American. And over time, man, well, the enemy, the Democrats are like terrorists, the far left especially. They're patient, they infiltrate, they penetrate. McCarthy was onto something when he talked about them, communists infiltrating every level of government to gain control.
He was right.
He was.
That's one of the great ironies about how history is taught in this country. McCarthy was the good guy and all that.
Yeah, it's too bad that his drinking gave people a reason to distract from the message. We got to play this Mondani clip. It's already 4:52. That his father claimed Hitler got the idea to create.
This is his father. This is who brought Mamdani up.
Just share that.
Yes.
No, I have Dan Rather still.
All around the world. Abraham Lincoln generalized the solution of reservations. They herded American Indians into separate territories. For the Nazis, this was the inspiration. Hitler realized two things. One, that genocide was doable. It is possible to do genocide. That's what Hitler realized. Second thing Hitler realized is that you don't have to have a common citizenship. You can differentiate between people. The Nuremberg laws were patterned after American laws. Anyway, the U.S. put Indians in reservations. The U.S. invented the model
for the Nazi Party.
They're coming to take me away.
Wow, that's
it's like history didn't start until 1860 in this man's mind. Okay.
Yeah.
The U.S. was hardly the first country that ever, separated groups by race and the other terrible ways, the things that were done in the 1800s. It's just nonsense. It's abject nonsense. But that's the father of the guy that's about to be the mayor of the largest city in our country.
Recent polls show he's losing some support. Do you expect that to catch enough momentum by?
No. People in New York are dead set on committing economic suicide, and I guess we just have to sit back and let them do it.
Yeah. Cousin Vinny would like to speak with David Blackman.
Yeah. Hey, David. I'm going to say this a different way. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
Well, we're fine. Thank you.
Wonderful.
I had something in my mind that I was thinking about with all this stuff, with the cartels, with all of the borders being open for 4 years, and now they're trying to get all this money back for the illegals and all that good stuff. Did everyone ever think that because the cartels are so high financially and they have built their own establishments here in the United States during this 4-year period and probably prior to that, does anyone even think that the reason why the Democrats are fighting for this money and they're so hardcore about shutting the government down, they might be getting some heat from some people that may have paid them to make sure the borders stay open, that they might be getting a little cash out of this deal? I mean, could that possibly be?
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of merit to that idea. Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
And when is Trump going to catch them and make them stand for what they have done to destroy our country with the cartels and the drugs, the illegals, all the money they've blown? And now they're shutting the government down. I think it's because they're getting from people that have paid them off. Hey, man, we made a deal. Oh, do I need to start dropping all these things out on the internet about what you've really done, about who's giving you the money?
I think they painted themselves into an incredible corner with not only promises and campaign donations, but their abject, idiotic platform, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and when you think about that, doesn't that really make you sick to your stomach to know that our democratic society with Democrats has gotten that far in the hole, and that we really are that deep into our political corruption?
I totally agree. I think there's complete merit to what you said. We're just tight for time, and we hope you'll call us next time David's on. Steve, you'll be our last call.
Yes, David. What about the Virginia and the New Jersey governor's race?
How are
Does
those
the
shaping up?
Republicans have a chance to get both of those?
Well, they're going to lose in Virginia. Unfortunately, I mean, I think Winsome Sears is a fine person. She's a terrible candidate, has run a lousy campaign. She's not going to win. It's a tough state. In her defense, it's a tough state. I think Jack Citarelli is going to surprise everybody and win in New Jersey.
That'd be awesome.
I think the momentum is clearly behind him. He's coming up in the polls here over the last few days. And
Jersey pays the highest taxes, and they keep voting for the same crap.
Yeah.
Wake the hell up.
Jersey has been nipping around electing another Republican for a while now, and I think this is the year Citarelli's going to break through.
All right, thanks for a great call. Maybe Chris Christie will come back.
Yeah, the last Republican kind of killed him for a while.
Let's do a minute on Trump's tour of Asia and the rare earth minerals and what's the latest on. He's not going to meet with Xi, but that's not a red flag necessarily, is it?
I'm discouraged by that. I think China realizes it's in a pretty, at least it believes it's in a dominant position in this negotiation, and Xi feels like he doesn't have any urgent need to have any kind of a big summit meeting with Trump. They've announced today that they've agreed to some sort of a framework on a trade deal that, maybe it'll lessen the pressure on rare earths. We'll just have to wait and see what the details are. But I think it's pretty discouraging that they're both supposed to be in South Korea here on Thursday and Friday, and Xi doesn't feel any need to have a meeting. So that's a bad sign in my view.
All right, we're gonna.
America has all the leverage with every country on earth in negotiations, with one exception, and that is China. And it's our fault. We've let them get into that dominant position on rare earth minerals, and there's no easy way out of it.
I agree that it's no doubt our fault, but it's not Donald Trump's fault.
It's not Donald Trump's fault, no.
No, in fact, China's influence, I'm sure, has grown in a very personal way with a lot of politicians over the years who we'll just keep putting up. So much of what's going on now is cans that were kicked down the trail for somebody else to deal with. And now
this can's been kicked for 40 years. It's been a problem for a long time.
All right, we wrap up our tour of the Idiocracy with
the Gillette Cavalcade of Sports is on the air.
I hate the Toronto Blue Jays. I want to see a Dodgers sweep. Let's get it over.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, that'd be fun. Glasnow's pitching tonight against Scherzer. Max Scherzer is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's, like I said earlier, he's had some health issues this year, but he seems to be healthy. So that's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a low scoring game, I think. And, you just got to hope, one of your guys gets the big hit and one of their guys doesn't.
I think Freddie Freeman's going to be the hero tonight.
I'm looking for Max Muncy and Andy Pages to get the big hits tonight. The most unlikely Dodger to get the big hits tonight.
Pages really was a really good player for them this year.
Yeah, he had a great regular season. He's been junk in the playoff, but he's got to break out of it sometime.
But you know what the highlight was for me in the games over the weekend? I did not watch them. I checked in on them and then watched the highlights, in the condensed games on MLB Network while I was working on other stuff. But my favorite moment was Yamamoto hitting George Springer with a pitch.
Boy, he jumped him too.
Yeah,
then almost hit him again. He almost hit him again in the eighth.
Well, better luck next time. Aim a little better, because I can't stand that guy or any of the other cheating Houston Astro holes. I would have banned them all from the sport. So sorry. And if there's any justice, they won't let a cheater, among others, win this World Series. I'm sorry. It'd be kind of impressive. It's so hard in any sport for a team to repeat back to back.
God, it hasn't happened since 2000.
Yeah. The Yankees were the last to do it.
Were the last to do it.
Did I hear the Yankees? The Yankees, a distant memory in this year's baseball playoffs?
And that was their third in a row, by the way, 98, 99, and 2000.
And the one team that interrupted that streak was what team was that? That was the Florida Marlins. Yeah, 1997. I was there, Game 7, sitting. By then, they were playing in a converted football stadium. It didn't matter. 67,000 people, extra innings, Game 7. And the Marlins managed to come back from a 2-0 shutout to win it. And it was the most incredible. It was like baseball Woodstock. People are hugging. And look what we did. The team had only been around for 5 seasons. And we're in a World Series. And I've been a Cub fan my entire life prior to that and gotten nothing but heartbreak. Okay, I think I've purged all the bitterness out of my system. Before we sign off, David, please, once again, give your blog address and will you be with us Thursday?
Oh, yes, I'll be here Thursday for sure.
Awesome.
For
Yay.
sure. Awesome. Yay.
Pre-Halloween.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
No, Friday's Halloween, right?
Yeah, I said pre-Halloween.
Oh, pre-Halloween. Yeah.
Don't ask him.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Bad poll up there on the screen. Yeah, Virginia poll. Anyway, Winston Sears 8 points down. Just Google me at David Blackman at Substack. Everything will come up. Thank you. I'll see y'all Thursday.
All right, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. 503. We'll be talking about AMS Studios. We have some family-friendly Halloween movie suggestions. You got anything you think of off the top of your head that you'd put on that list?
Family friendly?
Halloween movies, yeah.
Halloween Town, Casper.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus. It really depends on the age of the kids. But I have 5 and 6, or both 6-year-olds now at home, and those are kid friendly. If you have little kids, when my kids were toddlers, they loved Spookly the Square Pumpkin.
Spookly.
It is a very cute little movie.
Oh.
Yep.
All righty. That will be around 5:35, brought to you by AMS Studios in Prattville. And by the way, I'm writing you into a magazine column too, madam, for January. So all of that coming up next hour. Right now, we've got traffic, the Wall Street Business Report, and a fresh edition of SRN News. Brett McDonald at 5:15. Good day in the market.
Well, we have an accident reported Mobile Highway 31 in front of Winn-Dixie. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. Very busy traffic. East-South Boulevard, East Boulevard around I-85. Taylor Road is busy. Vaughn, Norman Bridge, Fairview Avenue. We are loading up all over the place, but traffic flow is good right at the moment. Buckle up. We will keep you updated. Come by Thompson Tractor and check out the incredible selection of used equipment. See the machines that get the big jobs done. Thompson Tractor off I-85 past Taylor Road, or visit the website thompsontractor.com. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. The 3-month strike against the U.S. aerospace giant will continue.
Boeing workers at 3 Midwest plants where military aircraft and weapons are developed have voted to reject the company's latest contract offer. The strike by about 3,200 machinists is smaller in scale than a walkout last year by 33,000 Boeing workers who assemble commercial jetliners.
That is Rich Thomason reporting China's ambition to rival Boeing and Airbus with its homegrown C919 passenger jet hitting some turbulence. A C919 made by China's state-owned COMAC relies heavily on Western components, and trade friction has raised the risks for securing many of those parts. It was a booming session on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up by 337 points at the closing bell. The Nasdaq was up 432. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
I'm Stephanie Bryan, chairwoman of the Porch Creek Indians. Tourism and hospitality are more than industries to the Porch Creek Indians. Providing a warm welcome is part of our heritage. It's central to who we are. From Atmore to Aruba, we've created more than 20 unique travel and tourism destinations, providing unforgettable guest experiences and life-changing career opportunities for our tribe and our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. Learn more at porchcreekindians.org.
Do you have real estate problems? Whether you're facing foreclosure, inherited a property, or have costly repairs, we understand. At Rapid Fire Home Buyers, we're here to help. Any condition, any situation, we'll give you an honest cash offer for your home so you can move forward. Because when real estate problems cause you uncertainty, you deserve a solution you can trust. Any condition, any situation, we're here to help. Give Rapid Fire Home Buyers a call today at 334-675-1000. That's 334-675-1000.
Some nights, you just want great food and a place to unwind. Welcome to Jack's Tavern, where you get all the incredible flavors of Epicure in a laid-back tavern atmosphere. Perfectly grilled steaks, hand-breaded seafood, and pastas that put the chain restaurants to shame. Pair it with an extensive wine list or one of 58 beers on tap poured freakishly cold. Jack's Tavern, open Tuesday through Saturday. Good fun, good drinks, no rush. Just relax and enjoy.
Holy cow, Benji. Gold has gone up to $4,000 an ounce. How can our audience cash in at Marguerite's?
At Marguerite's, we do more than sell jewelry. We also buy jewelry. If you have old jewelry, broken jewelry, jewelry that you don't know what it is, bring it to us and we'll pay you for it. So don't let your old jewelry collect dust. Let Marguerite's pay you for it. Take advantage of gold being at an all-time high. Come see us at Marguerite's and let us give you some money.
Tell them where they can find you, Benji.
We're at 8163 Vaughn Road at the Pepper Tree Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Stand by for news. With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Hurricane Melissa has intensified into a Category 5 storm as it draws closer to Jamaica, where forecasters say it will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage. The intensification happened Monday. At that strength, the system would be the strongest hurricane to hit the island since record-keeping began in 1851. Israel's foreign minister says his government will not allow Turkish troops to take part in a future international peace force in Gaza. The U.S. has proposed creating a force to oversee the ceasefire agreement in the Israel-Hamas war. Israel's Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar said Monday that Israel opposes Turkey's participation because of President Erdogan's hostility to Israel. More details at srnnews.com.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Inflation is hitting everyone hard right now, especially when it comes to healthcare. Over the last 10 years, healthcare costs have skyrocketed by, get this, 230%. If you have Medicare Parts A and B, you know there are still out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and copayments, and they really add up. But here's some good news. MediShare 65 Plus is designed to fill in those gaps and help protect you from rising healthcare costs. At only $99 per month up to age 75, you get peace of mind at a price you can afford. And MediShare is trusted, too. It's been around 30 years. It's not some big impersonal thing. It's a community of people helping each other, business owners, pastors, retirees. People love it. MediShare 65 Plus just makes sense. To learn more, give them a call. They're great to talk to. They'll offer to pray with you each time you call, too. Call now, 833-SHARE-55. That's 833-SHARE-55. 833-SHARE-55.
Why visit a cliched haunted house this Halloween when there's someplace authentically terrifying? Downtown. Where you can take selfies in front of abandoned storefronts. Hear the screams of people finding broken glass where they park their car. And get chased by real-life zombies.
You got $1?
As for that lady with the scary face, she may not be a witch, but she is brewing something.
Want some meth?
Don't take our word for it.
Now, sure, we could have gone to the Y and let some teen in a wolf mask howl at us, but instead we took the kids to the abandoned JCPenney full of tweakers. It was awesome, right, kids?
Yeah! So this Halloween, go downtown. A place so chilling, even the cops won't go after dark. Downtown is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For added terror, take the bus.
I will say this. Today's visit with David went by faster than any previous show.
It really did.
I mean, they always go by quickly, but I'm like,
it flew by.
It did.
You came in here in such a whirlwind, and
I was the white tornado.
yeah.
I didn't mean that in a racial sense, friends. That's an old school advertising term for a cleaning product. I see we have a call. It's Barbara. Barbara.
It is Barbara.
Good afternoon, Pamela and Greg.
Hi.
Tell you, Greg, that I watched The Witches over the weekend.
With Angelica Houston?
It was great. And I
The
appreciate
Witches.
the fact that you brought it up, Greg.
We've talked about so many witch movies, and I've seen some. I saw The Love Witch, and I rewatched The Witches of Eastwick. Just kind of,
Which one are you talking about? The one with Angelica Houston?
Yes, The Witches.
Yes.
The Witches.
Greg, that's the one you talked about last week.
No, he saw The Witch.
Oh, well, then you got to watch The Witches.
The Witches is one that
Have you seen Pamela?
Yes, I watched that when I was
It was
young.
good.
I love that movie, but it was one of those that left
When you were young in the past?
I mean, it came out in the 90s, and
Oh,
I
you
saw
were-
it when I was a kid. But it was one of those movies that left an impression because, like, the kids in the movie are watching these women who are dressed to the nines turn into these hideously ugly witches.
Ooh.
And they have like rat tails and they're all deformed looking. It is such a good movie.
She was unbelievable how she looked. Well,
Yes.
I'm going to have to watch for The Witch then.
That one is
Good
very
choice.
scary. It's like Salem witch trials era, early New England times.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I misunderstood, Greg. But anyway, I watched a great movie. If you get a chance, it's really good.
Absolutely. No, I need some escapist entertainment tonight, too.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's a good
Barbara.
one.
All right. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.
Wow.
We can talk about any and all Halloween movies all week.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can do that every day.
Yeah.
But Miss Murray, the movie maven, will join us at 5:35, brought to you by AMS Studios. Wow, this hurricane, Rich has been talking about this for over a week. It's just sitting there getting stronger.
I know. It's just going to just crash over Jamaica. I immediately thought of Eddie Bader.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh.
it could be uninhabitable there if it doesn't get picked up and moved quickly. But right now it's back to a Cat 5, 175 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
And there's very little, the thing, Jamaica, the resorts are nice and pretty much built, that they're going to have to deal with a hurricane, but this is a super hurricane. And the rest of the country is poverty.
Yeah.
What's behind the resorts and everything else is homes with tin roofs and stuff.
Yeah, shantytown type.
This place is going to need
Mhm.
an unbelievable amount of help, if it can even be helped. Brant McDonald's going to join us. Rich's forecast next.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move! I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillip Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillip Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisement.
And now we welcome the man we call Mr. Right on the Money, Brett McDonald from Invest Advisors. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Greg. Good afternoon, buddy. How are you?
It's been a frenzied.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, and it's been a frenzied, crazy 24 hours for me. But looking forward to hearing your take on the day's money news. In spite of all the negative blowback in the news, the market seems to be in good shape. Tell us about today.
Well, I think the action we saw in the market today has to be, the first thing you look at is, obviously where a lot of the nervousness had been coming from in the last week or so, and that was the relationship with China. As we all know, it's been in the headlines again, a lot of saber rattling, Trump threatening, an increase of 100% on tariffs and so on and so forth. But we had welcome news over the weekend. Scott Bessent has continued to work with a lot of the Chinese negotiators, and now we've got this meeting that's back on between President Trump and President Xi, and it appears that they have some sort of framework they've worked out to resolve some of these issues, particularly around the little stunt, that China pulled with respect to the rare earth minerals, which is a very, very big deal. It was viewed as quite the hostile act, I must say. But we've gotten that resolved, it seems, and the market loves it. All you have to do is look at the action today. We saw Dow Jones up over 300, which is really not that big of a move, but still it was in the green. And then the Nasdaq up 400 points, which again, not a major move, but anytime you're in the green, that's a good day. That's a win for the day. The other thing, though, that I think the market is going to be looking at the rest of this week, as I've been talking about the last week or so, we're in earnings season, right? So we've had some big earnings, but nothing like we're going to get tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're talking about earnings reports from Apple, from Amazon, from Facebook, from Google, from Microsoft. These are the big, huge, large mega cap tech stocks that have such a massive weighting in these indexes that we talk about every day. And so based on how those earnings go, based on how the conference calls go, so will the market go. And then the other thing to add into all of that is we have a Fed meeting that begins in the morning, tomorrow morning. And it will continue until Wednesday around noon, and then they will vote internally on whether to make another cut to the federal funds rate. And then we will get that announcement on Wednesday at 1:00 Central Time, and then, of course, the press conference from Jay Powell. So you've got a Fed meeting that is tucked right in the middle of all of those earnings reports I just talked about. And you've got Trump, who's over in Asia as we speak, making the rounds. And with this, as I said, trade negotiation that's ongoing with China. Those are some pretty big things that I think we can safely say this is a big week for the market. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this unfolds. But I can tell you now, the Fed's going to cut the rate by 1/4 of a point. That's pretty much a foregone conclusion. The reason they're going to do it is because of the employment situation. The jobs situation has not been what I would call super strong, and it's a little bit concerning. And I think the Fed realizes they need to bring the rate down and get closer to the neutral rate in order to try to stabilize, particularly, as I say, the jobs picture. But from there, I'm just telling you these earnings and what the Fed chair has to say about the future. That's going to be where we're gonna take the market's going to take its direction for the rest of the week.
You know, we've heard so much about the investment money that's been lined up by the president coming into the U.S., but it takes time for that to translate into jobs. Are you still looking at 2026 is where we're going to start to see all of these economic moves bear fruit?
Absolutely. And I think this has been the game plan all along. Trump he was perfectly willing when he came into the White House to take his lumps early. And as I had said back then, take the pain early. He's been doing that. I mean, think about everything that he's had to deal with this year so far. A lot of controversy, the potential for weakness in the jobs market, the potential for concern over the budget deficit, the concern over the mounting debt, all of these things that are still problems. But I would say that when we get into 2026, there's no question in my mind that as a result of the big, beautiful bill, the tax policy, the way that he's rolled back so many of these onerous regulations that were prohibiting foreign companies from investing in America, the deals that he struck with all of that, I think that's going to start to bear fruit. And you definitely will begin to see green shoots in 2026 that are going to be the result directly a result of the policies that Trump put in place this year. And as I've been saying for a long time, it just takes time. There's no magic wand where you just wave it and it just, everything turns out great the very next day. It takes time to work through the system. So the only other thing I would say is we do need to watch and keep a close eye on inflation. I do like the fact that crude oil prices have been coming down. If that continues, that'll be very helpful for future CPI reports.
Yeah.
But with the Fed cutting rates and with the Fed, as I've been saying too, with all the stresses in the financial sector, particularly around the subprime lending, auto loans and credit cards and things like that, where there has been fairly dramatic weakness. There's no doubt about it. That's another concern. And so as the Fed starts to pump more money in and they start to move closer to QE again, there is the potential for inflation to start to tick back up again. Not saying that it will. I'm just saying there's potential for it. So we have to keep our eye on that. But all in all, I think we're going to close the fourth quarter in pretty good shape. 2026, we should start to see economic numbers that look pretty good.
Brent, we sure appreciate your time and analysis today. Thank you, my friend.
You got it, buddy. You got it. All right. Well, y'all have a great night. Stay warm, man. This cold weather, it's here.
I know.
Yeah, for the first time yesterday and today when I rode my bike and I did 10 miles each day, I had my hat on for the first time since like April.
Yeah, it's going to be time for gloves soon.
Yeah, they're next. Not far behind.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brent.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
If you're thinking of investing in a vehicle, need a second set of wheels for the family, got a new driver in the family, they need a car, there's another luxury addition to the fleet of cars under $10,000 at Jack Ingram's Signature Used Cars. It's a 2011 Infiniti, yet another great luxury brand. It's a G37 sedan with all bells, whistles, and safety features you could possibly want. Only $79.99 for Infiniti. The other great option, I'm actually surprised this one is still there. It's a 2015 Honda, $59.99.
Yeah.
Hondas run forever. And it's very fuel efficient. Great car for a new driver. Very, very safe. And let's see. Oh, and a Cadillac joined this under 10 category. It's a 2013. This is new this week. 2013 Cadillac SRX Performance Collection SUV. It's beautiful. $99.99. And there are more. Spend whatever budget you're in, whatever type of vehicle you're looking for, whatever brand you prefer. They will have it at Jack Ingram's Signature Used Cars. And I'm promising you this, it wouldn't be there if they hadn't thoroughly not only checked the car with the Carfax report, the mechanics, and the body shop. It wouldn't be on the floor if it hadn't met the highest standards for resale in the local automobile business. Jack Ingram, SignatureUsedCars.com to get started, because it's time to love what you drive. The Movie Maven is coming up. It's 5:26.
Well, we remained very busy this afternoon, but we are looking good so far all over the area. Busiest on East and East-South Boulevards, Taylor Road, I-65 and 85 are really beginning to load up. Good bit of traffic there, but traffic flow is good so far this afternoon, just busy. We will keep you updated. The Front Porch Grill is all about family, good friends, and good food. Stop by and put your feet under the table. Visit with Marty and the gang. The Front Porch Grill, Highway 14 in Millbrook, next to Food Outlet. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. Even in the digital age, radio remains the most powerful reach medium for connecting with audiences. Its ability to engage listeners, reach a wide and diverse audience, and create real emotional connections sets it apart from other forms of media. Radio's adaptability and easy access ensure its continued relevance now and in the future. Want to learn how radio can work for your business? Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I got no time for tricks. I came here just to take your treats. Peanutty chocolate fix. It's Halloween, I need something sweet. Give me all your Reese's, hand over those creamy cups. I want all your Reese's, won't they deal with no hookup? Forget that candy corn, and don't think about licorice. Not a bowl of popcorn. Only one thing to scratch this itch. Give me all your Reese's, throw a net between your eyes. I need all your races. Don't be handing out fun size.
I hear Rich Thomas is giving out the good stuff. Not the weather. In fact, I was just looking out the back door, as Creedence Clearwater once said. You know, it looks like late October out there.
Feels like it too.
Yeah.
A proper late October.
Yes. I still have. Remember a week ago Friday, Eddie brought in the 6-pack of full-size peanut butter cups?
Mm-hmm.
I still have them in my possession, untouched.
Really?
And
really?
My goal is to bring them with me Friday for our Halloween celebration on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm dressing up.
I would be terribly disappointed if you didn't, but you're kind of being coy about what you're going to do.
Yeah, it is. When everybody sees it, like if they tune in and watch the stream too, it's not anything that anybody has mentioned. I keep hearing the same things, Elvira, Morticia, Lord of the Rings, the same, all these long dark-haired women characters.
There's probably a couple of pervs on the thread that want you to do Game of Thrones, but we don't want to go there.
But I'm doing something different, but very me, that nobody will be disappointed. And like I said, I have to bring in a different chair.
And by the way, so everybody can see and get an inside look at the magic at AMS Studios, my January column, since that's the month that everybody wants to make some kind of yeah. So I'll need to interview you for that. In fact, maybe we'll do that on the air.
Ooh, fun. Let's do that.
And your gift with faces in general, can't wait to see the makeup. Well, the day you had the star.
The kiss makeup.
The kiss makeup. Mm-hmm. That was very impressive.
Well, it is I will have makeup on, like a heavier makeup for the costume, but it's not a makeup intensive look. It's a costume heavy. Costume heavy look.
That I could do. I'll probably just be discount Dracula again, but it would be kind of cool. It would look kind of cool on the stream if I had a Michael Myers mask on and just went. That's one of the things that makes that movie great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of movies, the movie Maven's going to join us. First, though, we've got Traffic with Skipper, Blue Water News, and Riches. Even in this cold weather shirt.
Well, we have a new accident. I-85 southbound. This is going to be on the left side of the roadway, a 2-vehicle accident. All lanes are open, but please watch out for emergency vehicles that are on the scene there. Traffic very busy and continuing to build this afternoon. 85 north and southbound, 65 north and southbound, light to mostly moderate traffic. Please buckle up. We will keep you updated if any accidents happen to slow you down. At McKinnon Toyota, trade in any non-Toyota pickup on a Tundra or Tacoma and get an extra $1,000 off. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery County man has been charged with killing his own father. Deputies were called to a domestic dispute on Troy Highway in Raymer, where 77-year-old James Price was pronounced dead at the scene. His son, 54-year-old Charles Price, was taken into custody and charged with the murder. Motive unknown. The city of Montgomery announced the completion of a $3 million transit improvement project on Sunday. The West Fairview Avenue Transfer Center is part of a major investment in the city's public transportation infrastructure. A ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held at the Transfer Center Wednesday morning. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Halloween Spooktacular will take place after all this year. The event was canceled due to a scheduling conflict at Garrett Coliseum, where it had been held for many years. Spooktacular will move to Patterson Field this year for a drive-through trunk-or-treat event Halloween evening beginning at 5:30. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Do you have real estate problems? Whether you're facing foreclosure, inherited a property, or have costly repairs, we understand. At Rapid Fire Homebuyers, we're here to help. Any condition, any situation, we'll give you an honest cash offer for your home so you can move forward. Because when real estate problems cause you uncertainty, you deserve a solution you can trust. Any condition, any situation, we're here to help. Give Rapid Fire Homebuyers a call today at 334-675-1000. That's 334-675-1000.
WAKA Action 8 News has brought you the River Region's first 9 p.m. news since 2007. Now you can watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW. Want to know where to find it? Go to Channel 22 with your antenna, DirecTV or Dish Network, Channel 14 on Charter Spectrum, Channel 7 on C Spire, and Channel 19 on WOW. Get your Weather Authority forecast, lace up sports coverage, and your local news. It makes a difference where you get your 9 p.m. news. Watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I think the clouds are going to hang in for tonight and much of the day on Tuesday, and kind of on the cool side with tonight's low down to about 54. Tuesday's high only up to about 67. Then maybe another risk of showers in the forecast by Tuesday night into Wednesday. And much of the week ahead will be cool, low 40s by Thursday morning. Thursday's high barely up to about 61, and a cool Halloween as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasecu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
The Movie Maven.
You're gonna be scared right out of your pants.
Is brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax your soul, refresh your mind, renew your spirit with AMS Studios in Prattville, ams-studios.com, or call 730-1268 as we welcome you, Ellen Murray.
Hey, guys.
Hey, family-friendly Halloween stuff, but there was one movie you wanted to mention before we got into the specifics. Holes?
Holes, yes. I spent the weekend with the kids, and we watched the movie Holes, and it was really entertaining, so I wanted to recommend that one.
I got to know a little more about the plot here. Holes. How is that?
There's like a prison camp for children who are their punishment is they have to dig holes in the ground, but really they're looking for a secret treasure, but they don't know that, and there's bad guys that are instructing them to dig these holes, including Sigourney Weaver, who plays a great bad guy.
She does play a great bad guy. Isn't that the movie where the kid goes, "I'm tired of this, Grandpa"? Is that the one?
I don't know. I don't think there's a grandpa.
I'll have to look up what that is because I've
I
always thought
could
it
have
was from
forgotten that
Holes.
one line out of the whole movie.
But this is one that everybody in the family can enjoy.
Yeah, it's good. It's like a story of redemption, and it also flashes back to the story of like what they're digging for and like the history of the buried treasure, and so it's got a cool multiple storylines going on.
Monster House. What is that? I've heard of Maxwell House, but not Monster House.
I think I've seen that.
This is a fun. It's a cartoon, and these kids have a scary neighbor who has a heart attack, and they think he's dead. But while he's missing, his house comes to life and starts snatching people up, and so they have to battle this house, and it's scary.
Does it have a happy ending?
Of course.
Of course it does, dummy. That's of course it has a happy ending. Now, one that's on your list and one I learned to enjoy because my daughter embraced it at a very early age is The Nightmare Before Christmas. What is it about this movie other than the Tim Burton touch that keeps you coming back?
I don't know exactly. The songs are great. The story is just spectacular because it's about a scary Halloween guy who discovers Christmas and wants to bring the joy of Christmas to, the world of Halloween and death. So I was just looking at a little documentary about how they made this movie. It was 3 years in the making of frame by frame stop motion animation. So, I mean, it was a
good.
labor of love. It's
Yeah.
really good.
It
You can
is.
love Halloween and Christmas.
Of
Duality,
course.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, maybe we'll see Clark Griswold with a pumpkin head on or a mask or something. What else are you recommending?
Well, I was going to mention another Tim Burton movie, The Corpse Bride, but I didn't actually like it all that much, so I'm not going to recommend that one.
Okay.
I like that one.
You did? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's really meant for kids, really.
No, it's not. It's not super childlike.
Yeah, that's the main reason I dropped it off. But we do have Frankenweenie. That's the Tim Burton movie, and it's, the Frankenstein story, but with a dog. And it's also that
Remy
sort of
loves
animation.
that movie.
Really?
Yes.
Did you know?
She has seen both of them.
I was going to say there's an early version. It's just a half an hour, and you can catch it on YouTube. I found it under one called Vincent and Frankenweenie, but it's got Shelley Duvall and it's got Barrett Oliver, who's the kid from The Neverending Story. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that one out.
Is
probably tonight.
Coraline also a Tim Burton movie?
That's a good question. I think it might be. I mean, I know it's a Neil Gaiman story, and I actually had Coraline on my list too. And
Is it a Halloween movie? I've never seen it, but
it's a scary movie. It's not really set at Halloween, but it's about this girl who discovers another world hidden in the walls of her house, and the people
Yeah.
there all have button eyes.
yes, there's
scary.
the other mother. Yes.
Yeah.
Remy loves that movie.
Of course she does.
She
child.
She had me do her makeup as Coraline yesterday, actually,
that's so
and
cool.
and
I
paint
wanna see
her
that.
eyebrows on like her because she has expressive eyebrows. And Remy was like, Remy can't do the people's eyebrow like The Rock, so she has me color them on her.
That's really funny.
All right. We were talking earlier. Was it The Witches that Barbara mentioned?
Yeah, with Angelica Houston.
That's family?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's not too scary for older kids.
Okay.
Well, like 3rd grade age and up, I would say. Because some of the imagery, the witches look like rats. They're pretty scary.
That is scary. Something Wicked This Way Comes. I know this title. I may have even seen this movie, but it was 1983, and that's a year I've been trying to forget ever since I went through it. Who's in that?
Nobody that I could name because I was quite small at that time, but I think that I must have seen it back in the 80s too. So it's been a while, but I love the creepy carnival aspect of it and people thinking that they're getting what they want, and really it's a curse rather than a blessing and a mystery. But I love the whole carnival and darkness.
Well, the one I contributed to the list was one I saw with Goose in the theater, and that was Casper.
Love that. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Halloween Town.
Yep. That's a whole series
never
also.
seen
There's
that
more than
one.
one of those.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, okay.
They're all on Disney.
Return to Halloween Town and Halloween
Spooky
Town.
the Square.
Spookily the Square Pumpkin.
Oh, Spookly the sorry, misspelling here.
That is the cutest little kid Halloween story.
Yeah.
Because it's about this pumpkin who turns out to be square, not round, like all the rest of the pumpkins.
That's a familiar thing.
Yeah, this storm comes through the patch and he ends up saving the day and becomes everybody's hero. And even though he was the outcast in the beginning because he was square. And his little
I was square in
friends-
high school.
It's cute. His friends in the story are like little spiders, that live in the pumpkin patch, and It's really cute.
All right, quite the list. In fact, I'm going to send you some things I came across since we spoke earlier that you may want to drop by and visit with us tomorrow when the Master Thespian is here. Some fun topics to discuss that are all Halloween related. We got to do them this week because next week it's old news.
Right. We'll be moving on to Christmas time.
But thank you for your time this afternoon. Don't forget to visit Ellen Murray at the Movie Maven VIP page on Facebook. Become a member, contribute, share ideas and recommendations. And if there's something you suggest people avoid, you can do that too. It's just be nice.
Everybody's been nice so far.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Ellen.
All right, bye.
Okay. It is 5:46. The movie that I could not recommend for the most personal reasons is Frankenweenie.
Because of the dog.
Janelle's mother and I and Janelle went to see this together. And she was, I think, a high school freshman and went to see it at this new theater that had opened in Boca Raton, Florida. They had leather seats, reclining seats, service at your seat from waiters and waitresses. And I just was not ready. And what got to me was the thing that drove the kid to create Frankenweenie. Because I know that pain. I guess it was too, So, and you know, Jay Scott, the first thing he looks at when he considers any movie is,
does the dog die? Yeah.
And if there's anything like that in it, he doesn't watch it. Yeah. And if you're one of those, like Jay or like me, that one you might want to avoid. So,
or if you're a creep, go for it.
There you go. AMS Studios in Prattville brings you the Movie Maven here on News Talk 93.1 FM. People got to be getting ready for holiday visitors and people they'd like to look good in front of.
I did one of my favorite things today. IPL on.
It's one of my favorite things too.
Arms and hands.
Oh, really?
For aging. Yes.
And
which, I mean, you know how much your hands show your age. Your skin starts to get very thin. You get age spots. And IPL is the ticket for it.
This little thing here, when we do this magazine thing, we want to do some before and
I
after
wish I could bring that in here, but I can't move it. I can't move that
I can
machine.
come up there. I'm happy to.
But
your place is absolutely worth the visit from Montgomery or anywhere in the
it would be so fun to do something on camera, though. Do a treatment in here.
Yeah.
I've got to figure out what I can do.
I'm happily your guinea pig for anything you want to do. But actually, that guinea pig makes it sound experimental. These are technologies that work, that help you achieve physical goals.
You're my model patient.
Thank you. You know, I once was a fashion model in Miami Magazine, but we don't want to get distracted from the primary message here, which is all about your place and all the ways for self-improvement, because it's a constant battle. You know, you're always trying to fight off time. We want more of it, but it can also do things to you that very subtly. One day you notice this wrinkle or that spot or whatever, and AMS Studios has technologies that can improve areas of your body, make things go away, but none of it involves cosmetic surgery, and it's all available at a fraction of the price.
Yes.
With no risk, like there is with cosmetic surgery. So the road to self-improvement starts there, ams-studios.com. I suggest a consultation so you can ask about these procedures at 730-1268. And, you know, if you want to ask here on the air, while Pamela's here, 730-1268 is the consultation number at AMS. But right now, it's 272-9228.
I love to talk about it. I mean, everything that we do, I'm excited about. And I love when people come in and I meet new people and they get excited about the possibilities, you know, when they've had goals or if they've had struggles and they felt like they couldn't improve them themselves and that we have an option for them. I love that.
By the way, the website is ams-studios.com or 730-1268. We are at 5:50. We just received a new traffic update from Skipper, so let's see what's on that before we get ready to wrap up for this very fast Monday afternoon.
Well, we continue to see busy conditions out there this afternoon. We had an accident earlier, I-85 southbound, just past East Boulevard. That one is off-road on the right. All lanes are open. We are very busy on I-85 northbound out of Montgomery and 65 northbound as well. I-85 southbound and 65 southbound, light to mostly moderate traffic. Boulevards are very busy, including East and East-South Boulevard are heaviest at the moment. Buckle up. We will keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, they got 0% financing up to 60 months on 2025 Pathfinders, Rogues, and Muranos. Worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Wendell J., Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Well, that sounds like somebody forgot to put the system in motion.
What does it mean for a nation to be successful? I'm Stephanie Bryan, Tribal Chair and CEO of the Porch Creek Indians. We believe a successful nation gives back. As we've built economic opportunity and prosperity, the Porch Creek Indians have been able to give back to our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. More than $37 million since 2021 alone. From education and health care to tornado relief, learn more about our charitable giving at porchcreekindians.org.
Holy cow, Benji. Gold has gone up to $4,000 an ounce. How can our audience cash in at Marguerite's?
At Marguerite's, we do more than sell jewelry. We also buy jewelry. If you have old jewelry, broken jewelry that you don't know what it is, bring it to us and we'll pay you for it. So don't let your old jewelry collect dust. Let Marguerite's pay you for it. Take advantage of gold being at an all-time high. Come see us at Marguerite's and let us give you some money.
Tell them where they can find you, Benji.
We're at 8163 Vaughn Road at the Pepper Tree Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. And